Speak your truth. What are you waiting for, ladies? I know that you have a burning question that is coming up within you, and it is emerging with so much purpose. So I'm here to remind you to speak your truth. I want to share with you my truth. My mother called me and she said, I don't feel very well. I was just put on a medication by my MD and it doesn't feel very good. So I said to her, Mom, go back to the MD and just let him know it doesn't feel very good and you want him to sort of reevaluate things. My brother called me 1 week later and he said Mom died. And on her death certificate it says heart attack. Ladies, I really believe, and here's my truth, I believe that the increased incidence of heart disease and stroke is really adverse drug reactions. That's my truth. I believe that my mother died from a drug injury. She went home to bed and she never woke up. And I had to fly to a funeral, and I'm here to share with you finally, that is my truth. So I have made it my life's work to be a holistic doctor to remind you to stop medicating the messenger. I know you have inner guidance, you have emotional desires, you have voices that you're shoving down with drugs, you have side effects and symptoms of a life that is not your authentic life. You're either in a relationship that doesn't serve you or a job that's not bringing out your spiritual gifts. I'm here to remind you that you've got to start listening to your inner guidance and stop medicating the messenger. And when I say the messenger is your inner voice. It's your higher purpose. It's that spiritual information that comes through you, and it's time for you to start speaking your truth. And I want to remind you, as Americans, we are only 5% of the world population. I know it's hard to believe. There's only 300 million people in this country. There's 7 billion people on the planet. And guess what? We are using 50% of the world pharmaceuticals. And you are the target market. Ladies, you have consumer power. And it's time for you to start making informed choice. You are making a lot of your healthcare choices from misinformation, fear, shame, guilt, and disempowerment. I want you to start speaking your truth from love, joy, appreciation, and gratitude. Start doing your due diligence and investigating the drugs that you're on. And I'm not saying get off the drugs, because that's not the message here today. The message is that you need to start speaking your truth. And my truth is, I believe that we are getting over-medicated in this country. And ladies, I think that you can do better. So I'm here to support you and to remind you that you really do have a purpose on this planet. And it comes from this incredible innate intelligence, this inner guidance, so that you can really access that universal intelligence, God, love, higher purpose, and start tapping into your spiritual requests. That's not all. What I want to remind you as well is that you have a feminine archetype. And I know if you're like me, you're feeling it. It is really big on the planet right now. It's time for you to start really coming out of your femininity. And what I mean by that is we are natural collaborators. We don't do well in competitiveness. So start creating sacred space in your relationships, in your communities, in your family, with your colleagues, and start collaborating in a way that really brings out that intimacy and that safety in sacred space with each other. So I just want to leave you with that. Speak your truth. Start speaking from higher purpose. Use declarative language that comes from healing and not from your wounds. And I know you all have wounds, drama, trauma, family of origin, and a lot of other things that have happened. That is beautiful because that's your journey. We all have it. So let's start talking from a place of healing, and let's start speaking our truth from higher purpose and using language that serves each other with love, joy, and appreciation. I'm Dr. Leslie Hewitt, and today I speak my truth by sharing with you to speak your truth.